My name is Olivia DeVenti with Market Education for Kimball Office. And in this session, we're going to create a typical that you may have seen on the KimballOffice.com website for Fluent. So, in looking at this image, to start the specification process, I'm actually going to start first with the storage unit that you see on the far left. Now, in this raster image that's been inserted into AutoCAD, the image is conveying several different storage pieces. And the reason that I'm going to start with the unit on the far left is because that unit dimension is defined. While there are various heights, there's really only one width, and that in itself would be 36 inches. So to specify Fluent in the Kimball Office catalog, I'm going to select Case Goods and Tables, Contemporary, Fluent, Storage, and then I'm going to go to Vertical Storage, 42 inches high, dual-sided wood. I'm going to select the vertical veneer because in this unit I'm matching veneer to veneer. And then the unit that I'm specifically looking for is the box file bookcase that's on the left. With that selected, I'm now going to drag and drop that unit onto my screen, and I'm going to rotate that upside down. If I had someone who was seated here, they'd want to be able to pull that drawer open to access the contents within that storage unit. So, with my first unit placed, I'm then going to go back up to Fluent and select my work surface. Then I'm going to select laminate and polypropylene to match aesthetically the image that you see. I'm going to select desk, rectangular, and because my surfaces, my unit is 36 inches, then my work surface is going to be 34 inches. So in this instance, I'm going to select 3466 as my example. When I drag and drop my surface, I'm going to go ahead and place it just roughly out on the screen. However, when I go to move it in place to attach it to that unit, not physically, just the symbols to make sure that they're snapped together, I'm going to pick my midpoint in both instances of the surface and of the unit. So now that's centered. Now to support my surface, I would then go to Fluent, Leg and Frame Assembly, Leg Assembly, Desk Height, 34 by 28, and do keep in mind this part was not listed in the price list by accident if you have a first version copy of the electronic price list. However, it is an item in the eTools and is priced. I'm going to select my 34 by 28. Then I'm going to drag and drop that leg, which is already on that node, and then that's going to match the center dimension of my work surface. Next, I'm going to go up just a couple of steps to my low storage height. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and drag and drop that leg that's going to attach to the low storage that's going to be based on that center node placement. So that's an example of my work surfaces and support underneath, but do keep in mind I now need to add storage. So I'm going to go back up to Fluent, I'm going to select Storage, and in this instance I'm going to select Low Storage, Box Lateral File, then I'm going to select Painted Front and Chassis, 22 by 36, and I'm going to drag and drop that unit out. However, when I place it, it's not going to be permanent, it's just going to be a placeholder on the screen. I'm going to go back up to Low Storage and select Cushions, 36 inches, and I'm going to drag and drop that cushion into place. The next storage unit that's going to be placed next to my box lateral file and underneath my work surface is going to be a sliding door unit. So when I go to Low Storage, I'm going to select Sliding Door, then I'm going to select Resin. You might choose glass aesthetically, but I think visually resin matches with the image that we see here. I'm going to select Freestanding, Painted Chassis, and then I'm going to select to match the same depth as the unit that it's next to, the 22 by 36 inch unit. I'm going to drag and drop that into place. Now, When matching these up with that low storage, I'm going to select my midpoint on my sliding door unit, and I'm going to select the node that's on the screen. So notice that there's the subtle 1-inch dimension that exceeds the surface on the top portion and the bottom portion. And that is how you specify the Fluent Typical that you currently see in this particular image. You could copy this and rotate that around for the next, and then copy that group on up. I do want to point out though, if you are going to create a cluster of 4, as you see in this image, then you will want to change your storage unit from a left to a right. Therefore, that person who's sitting in that example will have that same box file drawer configuration as well. But you might choose a completely different vertical storage unit altogether. You might choose just a sliding door unit as an example to hold overhead contents. If you have any questions at all on how to specify Fluent and any of the detailed parts, please feel free to reach out to me at olivia.devente@kimball.com. That's ALIB as in boy IA.DEVENTE at kimball.com. Thanks and have a great day.